Hey. I am back at it again. And I want to talk to you all about personal feedback from people in your lives. A lot of times we want to make sure that we're making really great decisions for ourselves. So what do? We ask people that are in our lives that we trust, that we honor or admire, to help us navigate through that decision-making process. But here's something that I want all of us to be very, very cautious and careful of when getting feedback from people, because there's nothing wrong with feedback. As a matter of fact, if you have a healthy circle, their feedback could be instrumental in getting you to another level in your life. So I really, really like feedback. The only problem that people can have with feedback is your job as the person receiving the feedback is not to make it your contract. I'm going to say that again. Someone's personal feedback of what you need to do, who you need to be, etc., that is not the moment for you to write out that contract in your life and say, this person's feedback now has become the contract in which I live. So stop making your contract of your life based on other people's feedback of your life. Stop making a contract for the rest of your life based on someone else's personal feedback into your life, because that is the only default problem or situation that comes up with feedback, is that feedback is just feedback. It's an echo. It's a reverberation of what you said. Now, if they say it back to you exactly the way you said it, the way you felt when you said it to them, not much should have changed, right? But if they give you feedback that doesn't sound like what you gave them, then guess what? Now there's distortion. Now it's been altered. Now the thought process, the psyche has changed. And now your contract for your life is changing. Why? Because that person's feedback has now become your personal contract for how you live your life. Yeah. So let's be very, very alert when it comes to taking feedback. Make sure that when you're asking for feedback, that you're very clear that you want them to give you the feedback in which that you just explained to them. Explain to me what you just said. That's what feedback is. Making sure that you understand what that person's really saying. So when you said this, are you really saying this? That's the feedback, right? So I hope this serves you guys. I'm really excited about feedback because it's really important that you're aware, right? That you don't start to make out this personal contract based on your mom's feedback, your dad's, your boss's feedback into your personal life. Why? That is your life. In the contract in which you write your life, the only person who should have that pen is you. The only person who should be orchestrating your future is you. No one else has the permission to do that unless you give it to them. And feedback gives people permission to start writing the contract or the story in your life. So be diligent and careful and conscious about who you receive feedback from, because that can now become the contract in which you live. That could become a truth for you. A truth that you never even agreed to. You didn't even come up with it yourself. It was someone else's feedback. And now it's your truth. It's your contract. It's your belief system. Someone else's feedback into your life. It's your life. Orchestrate it, delegate it, cultivate it, nurture it, grow your life. It's yours. As you guys always know when I say this, the greatest gift that you have ever received is the gift of you. All right, feedback is great, but when it's healthy, okay? All right, guys, later.